So guys, the world we live in is super diverse, and in the world there are so many different accents. Some accents are fun, some accents are cute, and other accents have a 100,000-mile warranty. And you know I do the car stuff, so we're about to go over the 2020 Hyundai Accent package by package by package. Let's go. What is up, guys? This is Miguel, your car guy, and today we are going over the 2020 Accents. And not only do they have America's best warranty, like I just mentioned, they also are fun and they also are cute, because these things are the cherry on top of the ice cream sundae that is Hyundai, because that rhymes so well, and I'm a fan of Dr. Seuss. But what we're gonna go ahead and do is dive on in to the 2021 and show you the differences from the SEL on up and why the Accent deserves a spot on the list if you're considering a really good car to get you from point A to point B. Come on. And since I already mentioned the powertrain coverages, I figured I'd go ahead and show you the powertrain. This is the 4-cylinder engine that powers the Accent. It's actually 1.6-liter 4-cylinder producing 120 horsepower, which is more than enough to get you around a slowpoke on the highway, but not necessarily so much that if you're not paying attention to the speed limit, you'll draw a lot of attention from yourself from somebody with a nice and shiny badge. So yeah, very, very good. And with the powertrain components, including the transmission, you are getting 33 miles per gallon in the city and 41 miles per gallon on the highway. And I mentioned the transmission because it's actually the first year that they include Hyundai's intelligent variable transmission. What it means is you are saving a ton of cash on not burning so much gas, because if you're going from city to city, or if you live in Florida like me, from coast to coast, you'll be slowly sipping that tea when you're going ahead and going to them parties. And no, it is not a CVT. It is completely different because it lasts a lot longer, because CVTs pretty much have reinforced rubber bands in the transmission. This one actually has chains. And another place where the CVT lacks is highway cruising, because at higher speeds, a lot of noise goes into the cabin. But the IVT has double the insulation of any other CVT out there. So that's why they call it the IVT, because it is so smart that nobody ever thought of it, but guess what? Hyundai did. And that's not even the cool stuff. Let me go ahead and show you a few more cool things about the Accent. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and include the styling and one of the cool factors, because it looks very nice. Now, a lot of other cars in this class and a lot of other economy cars are kind of boring. They're kind of uninspiring. Mazda 2. Anyways, but oh man, I need something to drink. Anyways, the nice thing about this is that it looks very nice, and when you get to the SEL, which is this one, it also includes those fog lights that you see right there underneath the headlights that not only add to the entire front demeanor of the car, it actually adds a little bit of illumination. Now, speaking of another cool factor, you actually have 15-inch rims on the car. Alloy wheels, if you will, but rims. No hubcaps on this car. You actually have alloy wheels when you get to the SEL model. Now, these are just the rims in front. I want to go ahead and show you the rims in back, not because of the rims, but because of something else. No, it's not what you think. I'm not going to say that the Accent only has alloy wheels in front. All 4 wheels are alloy wheels. All 4 wheels are rims. But I will ask you to pay special attention when I zoom in here, because if you notice, beyond the rims in the back, you actually have disc brakes on the back of the Accent SEL. A lot of other companies, they actually cut cost. Even if they give you rims, they'll have drum brakes in the rear instead of disc brakes, which means that it's not as efficient slowing down as what it should be. It's kind of like if you go to the doctor for a headache and he gives you leeches instead of Advil. It might help you, but there's a lot better ways to do it. Just like the disc brakes. Drum brakes are ancient, disc brakes are modern, and this car has the brakes that'll go ahead and keep you safe. And yes, I try to make that rhyme as much as possible. And those are just a few of the outside things. I want to go ahead and dive on in and show you the things on the inside that I think will really catch your attention. Come on. So, sitting in the driver's seat of the Accent, there are a few special things you get. First off, the Accent SEL is the first level to bring the automatic headlights. So you set it to auto and forget it, the lights will turn on and off by themselves. Number 2, every single car has a telescopic steering wheel, so it goes up and down and in and out. That is quite nice in and of itself, but the biggest aesthetic difference on the inside of the car is that the Accent SEL is the first level to bring the 7-inch display that also includes Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So that way, if you want to use Apple Maps, Google Maps, or even Waze. All you got to do is plug in your phone and then boom. And being that it is a 7-inch display, you have a bigger area to see your backup camera, because when you go ahead and throw that display in reverse, you could actually see what is behind you a lot more clearly, which is also very cool. And also another difference nobody ever mentions, but I figured I'd mention it. If you get the SE, the driver's seat has an armrest that you put your arm on. But when you get to the SEL, you also do have the center console armrest, which it has extra storage space too. So I'm a big fan of that, and I figured I'd mention it because it's one of those things that you don't really like until you don't have it, and then you're like, oh yeah, I need that in my life. And with the SEL accent, you get it. So so good. Oh, and by the way, I really do sell cars here at Universal Hyundai, and my name really is Miguel. So if you're looking for a car and you're in the Orlando area, go ahead and stop on by, or better yet, go to the first link in the description that says schedule with Miguel and schedule an appointment with me. That way I can guarantee that when you come in, you'll be working with me. Dr. Seuss skills, baby. But I know you're probably thinking, Miguel, what else can an economy car possibly bring? Well, you know what? I am glad you asked that question, because when you actually go ahead and upgrade from the SEL, you go to the Accent Limited. So, let's go. And this is the 2020 Hyundai Accent Limited. And I'm telling you, if the SEL is style, this is Fashion Week in Paris, because look at it. This thing oozes character. And if you notice, we're gonna go ahead and try to spell limited, but you cannot spell limited without L, E, or D. And if you look at the headlight complex, you will see that the daytime running lights are LED. Man, I'm getting good at this rhyming thing. And yes, it looks a lot nicer. And by the way, you also do have LED headlights. That way they are no yellow bulbs. It is the bright whites that everybody wants super bad. By the way, you also do have LED taillights. That way they can light up a lot quicker than regular bulbs, and they'll last a lot longer too. Now, looking at the car from the side, you will also see those 17-inch alloy wheels, not 15s, 17 inches of rims on that car, making it look absolutely beautiful. Now, another thing that I'll draw your attention to is the Hyundai logo on the front, because the Limited is the first level to bring forward collision avoidance assist. What that means is that you can drive your car in confidence, knowing that if somebody stops short, or if a little boy chasing a ball across the street jumps out in front of you, the car will go ahead and be able to hit its own brakes if you don't have enough of a reaction time. Now, you should always be driving your car, but it's nice to know that your car has your back whenever you might be distracted. So that is another great thing that you get with the Limited. Now, as far as style goes, you are going to love it, because if you look on the reverse mirrors on the outside, you also do have the turn signals on the mirrors, which again, the first level to bring it is the Limited, which is very nice. And being that this is Limited, you have to have chrome door handles. That way everybody knows that you're driving something more special than what they're driving, which is also a nice thing. But check this out. If you actually look closer at the door handle, you will notice a little button. That button means you can lock and even unlock the car without physically having to touch the key, which is absolutely crucial in 2020, because this is the Jetsons age, baby. We got to make sure you are up to date. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and do is dive on inside of the car and show you a few more things that are going to go ahead and keep you on that bleeding edge technology. Come here. Now, sitting in the driver's seat of the Accent, you will notice a whole bunch of tech features, but also a whole bunch of comfort luxury features too. And the first thing being in the driver's seat, you'll probably notice, is the steering wheel. It has leather wrapped steering wheel. Is technically the only model to bring leather wrapped steering wheel. That way it feels that much more upscale. Beyond that, if you actually look at the center screen, it's the same size as before, but there's an additional feature. You actually have 3 years free of Hyundai's BlueLink service. So it is the remote features of your car. Did you forget to lock the car? Don't worry. Lock it with BlueLink. Did you forget where your car is? Don't worry. Find it on the map with BlueLink. And let's say if your car is hot and you want to start it before you get to the car from your phone, you could actually turn your car on with the BlueLink app. And again, that's free for 3 years. Luxury. Now, looking under the touchscreen, you will notice that this also has a digital climate control. That way, if you want to set the air conditioning temperature to 62 degrees, not 61, not 63, but specifically 62, you could set it to 62 degrees and let the computer keep it at 62 degrees by themselves. That is a nice little automation feature that you only get in luxury cars, and the Accent happens to have it. Beyond that, if you look even lower under there, you will notice that the car actually does have heated seats for the passenger and also for the driver. So if your back is starting to hurt or it's just chilly outside, go ahead and turn on the heated seats and feel like you're in the middle of a Cinnabon. It is that nice. And did I say it was sweet? So good. And that is not all, because I also wanted to mention that the Limited is the only Accent to actually bring the sunroof. So when you go ahead and hit it open, it'll actually add a little bit more light into your life. That way it can go ahead and make you that much more happy. And it is great to have when the wind's rushing through your hair. And yes, those are a few of the things that the Limited brings, and that is what makes it the Limited. Oh, and let me not forget that the Accent Limited is also the first level to actually bring a push button start. So yeah, it has the push button start, no worries. And so guys, that has been Accent's SEL through Limited. And no, I didn't cover every single little minor difference between the two cars because that would take way too long and I'm too fun for that. But guys, if you're interested in learning more about the Accent, come to Universal Hyundai and ask for Miguel, your car guy, and I'll be more than happy to show you the cars specific that you're interested in. Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering what the least expensive Accent looks like and what it has, go ahead and click this video right here. I actually did a standalone video for the Accent SE by itself, and I just wanted to have fun, and I did have fun, just like I had fun making this guy. So if you're looking for a car, come to Universal, ask for Miguel, I'll make it happen. Or again, just go to the description, go ahead and schedule with Miguel and make a schedule with me, so that way I can go ahead and show you the car. But guys, I'm Miguel, your car guy. This has been The Breakdown. So until next time, guys, let's break it down. So a world that we live in is super let me make sure I got it in a good shot. Keep my face in there. All right. Finally, I made another video for you. It's been like 2 weeks since I uploaded anything, and it's been such a huge pain because I've been moving and then I still have to sell cars because it's the end of the month. But don't worry, if you like the Accent SE video, I'm really hoping you like this one because apparently, according to all my data, the Accent, the simplest Accent, the SE, was like one of the best videos I've ever done. So I'm gonna add a little bit more fuel to the fire because apparently a bunch of you desire more info on the Accent. So I really hope you like this video, and please go ahead and subscribe to me. You're gonna like it, trust me.